Hello and welcome to today's episode. The episode will tell you about the institutional assistance to small-scale industries. I am Wafia Kissa and the expert for today's program is Dr. Arshia Hussain, teaching in the Center of Management Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia University, New Delhi. Today, we will take a broad overview of some of the specialized institutions providing financial assistance to entrepreneurs and small-scale industries. The central and state government have created an elaborate institutional framework in the country to facilitate the growth of the small-scale sector. Various institutions providing financial assistance to entrepreneurs have already been discussed in the earlier episode. However, other important organizations set up by the government in both the government and non-government sector to cater to the needs of entrepreneurs in various aspects like finance, technology, marketing, market research, quality control, and an entrepreneurial and management training are discussed here. The IDBI was set up as an apex institution on 1st July 1964 by the Government of India under the Act of Parliament. The IDBI was established as a wholly owned subsidiary of the Reserve Bank of India, but in 1976, the IDBI was made an autonomous organization and its ownership passed on to the Government of India from the RBI. To provide financial assistance to the small-scale sector through refinancing scheme and bills rediscounting scheme. To coordinate, regulate and supervise the activities of all financial institutions providing term finance to industry. To locate and fill up gaps in the industrial structure of the country. The IDBI has set up Small Industries Development Fund, also known as the SIDF, in May 1986 to provide assistance to the small-scale sector. The SIDF aims at providing a focal point to coordinate financial and non-financial inputs required for growth of small-scale industrial sector. The IDBI has constituted National Equity Fund, that is, the NEF, in association with the Government of India to support tiny and small-scale units engaged in manufacturing activities. The scheme is administered by the IDBI through Nationalized Bank. A single-window assistance scheme has been introduced by the IDBI for granting term loans and working capital, assistance to small, tiny and medium-scale industries. To provide consultancy services in specialized areas, the IDBI has set up a voluntarily executive cooperation cell, also known as the VECI, to utilize the services of experts, professionals for counseling small units. The IFCI was set in July 1948 by a special act of the Parliament. It was the first industrial finance institution to be set up in India after independence. The purpose of the corporation is to extend financial assistance to the entrepreneurs through rupee and foreign currency loans, underwriting the issue of shares or debentures, subscribing directly to the shares of industrial concerns. It also extends further financial facilities like equipment procurement, equipment finance, buyers and suppliers credit, equipment leasing and finance to leasing and hire purchase companies. The IFCI has introduced various promotional schemes to provide assistance of various types to small-scale industries. Some of the schemes are subsidy schemes for assisting small-scale entrepreneurs in marketing sector, interest subsidy schemes for women entrepreneurs, pollution control in small and medium-scale enterprises, also known as the SMEs, encouraging the modernization of tiny, small and medium-scale industries. The Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India Limited was established on 5th January 1955 as a limited company under the Indian Companies Act. It was established with the objective of providing financial assistance to small and medium-scale sectors. Small-scale industries are the major beneficiaries of the ICICI assistance. The ICICI has now been transformed into a universal bank called the ICICI Bank. It performs the functions of both commercial banking and development banking. Providing financial assistance by way of rupees and foreign currency loan, underwriting the issue of shares, bonds and debentures, direct subscriptions to shares, debentures and guarantees, providing financial facilities such as deferred credit, leasing credit, installment sale, assessed credit and venture capital, guaranteeing loans from other private investment sources. The S Idbi was set up on 2nd April 1990 under a special act of the Parliament and was a wholly owned subsidiary of the IDBI. The S Idbi has been assigned the role of the principal financial institution for the promotion, financing and development of small-scale industries and to coordinate the functions of the institutions engaged in the promotion, financing and development of small-scale sector. It commenced its operation from 2nd April 1980. Its head office is located in Lucknow. The objectives of the S Idbi are financing, promotion, development and coordination. Promoting small-scale industries in semi-urban areas in order to create more employment opportunities. Refinancing of term loans granted to small-scale sector by lending institutions. Discounting and rediscounting of bills arising out of sale of products such as machinery of the small-scale enterprises. Undertaking technological upgradation and modernization of existing small-scale industries. Extending support to State Small Industries Development Corporation, also known as the SSIDC, for providing scarce raw materials to the small-scale sector. Providing assistance in marketing the end products of industrial units in the small-scale sector. Providing assistance for development of marketing infrastructure, creating new marketing channels for the products of the small-scale units. Providing assistance for developing industrial estates with necessary infrastructure facilities. Providing financial support to National Small-Scale Industries Corporation or the NSIC for providing leasing, hire purchase and marketing support to industrial units in the small-scale sector. Extending technical and other related support services to small-scale enterprises. Extending seed capital or soft loan assistance under National Equity Fund to provide financial assistance to SFCs, SIDCs, commercial banks, RRBs through existing credit delivery system, providing financial assistance to the institutes, organizations for conducting entrepreneurship development programs. Industrial Reconstruction Corporation of India was set up in 1971 under the Indian Companies Act. The objective of the IRCI is to rehabilitate the sick units. The Government of India in the year 1984 renamed the IRCI to IRBI, that is, the Industrial Reconstruction Bank of India, by an Act of Parliament. The IRBI acts as a reconstruction agency to revive, reconstruct and rehabilitate the sick industrial units. It provides financial assistance to industrial concerns. It acts as an agency of state government as well as the union government and also other financial institutions as per the authorization of the government. It provides consultancy and merchant banking services for reconstruction and development of industrial units. It also helps in providing infrastructural facilities, raw material, machinery and other tools on the basis of hire purchase and lease schemes. Therefore, the IRBI plays a significant role in promoting entrepreneurial and industrial development in the country. The Government of India passed a State Financial Corporations Act in 1951 to cater to the needs of the small-scale units. The first and the foremost financial corporation was set up in Punjab in 1953. Today, there are 18 SFCs functioning in the country. State financial corporations are managed by a managing director, board of directors and the executive committee, which is headed by a chairman. The main function is to advance term loans to small-scale and medium-scale industrial units. It underwrites the issue of stocks, shares, bonds and debentures of industrial units. It grants loans to the industrial concerns which is repayable within a period not exceeding 20 years. It subscribes to debentures floated by industrial concerns. It also provides financial assistance to small road transport operators, tour operators, hoteliers, hospitals and nursing homes. Technical consultancy organizations were established by the All India Financial Institutions in collaboration with state-level financial development institution. The TCOs cater to consultancy needs of small industries and new entrepreneurs. To prepare a profile of the project and studying the feasibility of the project, to undertake industrial potential survey, to carry out marketing research and survey for the specific product, to provide consultancy services to the new entrepreneurs, to provide merchant banking facilities, to conduct entrepreneurship development program. These technical consultancy organizations are set up in almost every state. At present, the following TCOs are working in different states of the country, and some of them also work in more than one state. Andhra Pradesh Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, also known as the API TCO. Bihar Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, also known as BITCO. Gujarat Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization, also called the GITCO. Himachal Consultancy Organization, called HIMCO. Industrial Technical Consultancy Organization of Tamil Nadu Limited, the ITCOT. Haryana Delhi Industrial Consultants Limited, Hardikon. Jammu and Kashmir Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, called the JKITCO. Karnataka Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, called the KITCO. Madhya Pradesh Consultancy Organization Limited, called the MPCON. Maharashtra Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, called the MITCON. North Eastern Industrial Consultants Limited, called the NICON. North Eastern Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, called the NEITCO. North Indian Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, called the NITCON. Orissa Industrial and Technical Consultancy Organization Limited, called the ORITCO. Rajasthan Consultancy Organization Limited, called RAJCON. UP Industrial Consultants Limited, called the UPCO. West Bengal Consultancy Organization Limited, called the WEBCON. The Central Silk Board undertakes various types of activities necessary for the promotion of silk industries in the country. India is the only country in the world which produces all varieties of natural silk. Central Silk Board provides adequate promotional measures for silk industries. It also provides measures to improve the production of silk and launch the movement for getting sericulture accepted as a source of income and employment generation by the people of this country. Following are some of the important functions performed by the Central Silk Board. It provides training to the entrepreneurs to take up sericulture. It undertakes research in various connected areas fulfilling the basic needs of silk industries. It helps in promoting price stabilization and undertakes various other activities that help in the development of sericulture. It was established at Ujre, a small village of Karnataka, in 1982. Syndicate Bank and Canara Bank took the initiative in improving the problem of unemployment under the leadership of Dr. Virendra Hegde, a great visionary and a religious head of Sri Kshetra Dharamsthal, Karnataka. It has a network of 18 branches all over the country, covering 10 states. To provide free training to the unemployed youth in entrepreneurship development, to build up the potential to provide escort services to these trainees to set up their enterprises, to create a resource center for business ideas, to promote networking between existing and potential micro-entrepreneurs. The Institute undertakes the following training programs: agricultural EDPs, agricultural and allied activities such as dairy, sheep rearing, poultry, beekeeping, horticulture, sericulture, piggery, mushroom cultivation, etc. Product EDPs, dress design for men and women, agarbatti manufacturing, wool knitting, bag making, cane chair making, bakery products, etc. Process EDPs, two-wheeler repairs, pump set repairs, TV and radio repairs, beauticians, motor windings, etc. General EDPs, Rural Entrepreneurship Development Program, Entrepreneurship Development Program for Women, PMRY training, etc. Micro, small and medium enterprises are set up by the Government of India to provide training programs to small entrepreneurs. It provides consultation to small entrepreneurs. The MSMEs have as many as 30 branch offices set in different parts of the country. To provide consultancy to entrepreneurs to set up their enterprise, to provide information pertaining to their trade and market, to assist entrepreneurs in preparing their project profiles for small-scale industries, to study the feasibility of the project by undertaking state, industrial and district industrial potential survey, to undertake modernization and in-plant studies, to organize and conduct training programs in various trades and activities for various groups of people. This training center has been set up by the government to impart technical training to artisans and workers. Industries promotion officers and extension officers of the state government are sponsored to undergo training at this center so as to make them equipped with modern training inputs for the benefits of the entrepreneurs and artisans of respective states. The Export-Import Bank of India, Exim Bank, was established in the year 1982 by an Act of Parliament. It is an apex institution for coordinating the work of institutions in India engaged in financing exports and imports of goods and services. With initial authorized capital of 200 crore rupees increased to 500 crore and then to 2000 crore rupees, Exim Bank was established on 1st January 1982 and started functioning with effect from 1st March. In 1982, under the Export-Import Bank of India Act 1982, it took over the export finance activities of IDBI. It raises funds by way of bonds and debentures, borrowing from RBI and other institutions and raising foreign deposits. Providing direct finance to exporter of goods, providing direct finance to software exports and consultancy services, providing finance for overseas joint ventures, providing finance for import and export of machinery and equipment on lease basis. To enhance India's export promotion strategy, undertaking merchant banking services of companies engaged in export-import business, providing multi-currency financing facility to project exporters, rediscounting export bills. Exim Bank plays a very important role in boosting the export promotion in the country. It has introduced clusters of excellence for quality upgradation. It has also introduced the following programs: export bills rediscounting technology and consultancy, financing and re-lending facility to banks abroad. The objective of establishing regional rural banks is to finance credit needs of the small and marginal farmers, rural artisans and agricultural laborers, small and tiny entrepreneurs. It came into existence on 2nd October 1975 with the sponsorship of central government, state government and specific commercial banks. The capital ratio contributed by these banks to form the RRB is 50:15:55 respectively. It provides loans and advances to small and marginal farmers, agricultural laborers, artisans, etc. It advances financial assistance to small entrepreneurs for establishing small and tiny enterprises. It assists entrepreneurs in handicrafts and cottage sector. It provides financial assistance to small entrepreneurs for development of trade, commerce, industries, agriculture and other allied economic activities in rural areas. The National Industrial Development Corporation (NIDC) was established in the year 1954. The objective of establishing the NIDC is to bring about a balanced development of industries, both in private and public sectors. Its main objective is to promote small and medium-scale industries. To emphasis on manufacture of capital goods and machine tools. To undertake industrial potential survey and seeks cooperation from private entrepreneurs to establish more industries in private sector. To extend financial assistance for rehabilitation and modernization of industries like cotton textiles, jute industry and machine tools industry. To supply machinery, technical counseling and any other facility which the industrial units need from time to time. To provide assistance to such industrial units which are conducive to the economic development of the country. Commercial banks are a very important source of finance for the industry. The entire industrial sector gets around 50% of the total bank's credit. The commercial banks, besides providing term credit and subscribing to shares and debentures, indirectly participate in term finance by subscribing to the shares and debentures of financial institutions. Commercial banks also do underwriting of shares and debentures. Some of the banks also have merchant banking divisions. Small industry has become a priority sector for commercial banks and there has been a significant increase in the proportion of credit flow to this sector. The Life Insurance Corporation of India was established in 1956 as a wholly owned corporation of the Government of India in order to carry out the business of life insurance and deploy the savings to the best advantage of policy holders and community as a whole. It offers various insurance policies to extend social security to various segments of the society. LIC provides substantial assistance to the industrial sector. The corporation helps small and medium industries by granting loans for setting up of industrial estates. However, LIC extends loans for the following activities also: A. Housing, B. Rural electrification, C. Water supply and sanitation, D. Expansion, diversification of industrial ventures, and E. Modernization of industries. To spread life insurance and to provide life insurance protection to the masses at a reasonable cost. To mobilize people's savings through insurance-linked savings scheme. To invest the funds to serve the best interest of both the policy holders and the nation. The Unit Trust of India, also known as the UTI, is a public sector mutual fund established in 1964 by the Government of India under an Act of Parliament. The share capital of the UTI was subscribed by the IDBI, the LIC, SBI and its subsidiaries and other scheduled banks and financial institutions. It mobilizes the savings of small investors through sale of units. It channelizes the savings towards productive corporate investments so as to provide for growth and diversification of the economy. The UTI has introduced many schemes which aimed at common investors. These schemes are mainly Primary Equity Fund, Retirement Benefit Plan, Grih Lakshmi Unit Plan, Unit Scheme 1995 and the Columbus India Fund. The UTI also provides financial assistance to the corporate sector in form of term loans and underwriting direct subscriptions to shares and debentures. Let us summarize what we have learned today. In today's episode, we have discussed the institutional framework in the country created by the central and state government to facilitate the growth of small-scale sector. There are various institutions and organizations set up by the government to provide assistance and to promote small-scale industries. They include the IDBI, the IFCI, ICICI, S Idbi, IRCI, SFCs, Exim Bank of India, TCOs, Central Silk Board, KVIC, Rural Development and Self-Employment Training Institute and Integrated Training Center. These institutions cater to the needs of entrepreneurs in various aspects like finance, technology, marketing, market research, quality control and entrepreneurial and management training. Hope you have understood about various institutions providing assistance to small-scale industries. That is all for today. See you next week with another topic on fundamentals of entrepreneurship. Thank you.